Okay, this time we'll call the Scott County Board of Education meeting to order. And we got any principals that needs to address the board? Okay, it's not, so at this time, Mr. Hall.
Do we have anybody from the public that might be here and wants to announce anything?
We'd like to welcome Miss Dorothy. She should
Yes,
earn points with TSBA.
Absolutely. And thank you for being here, Ms. Dorothy. First thing I'd like to do is announce the reopening plans for Scott County Schools as we start to move forward for next school year. We are planning on beginning on August the 10th as a date that we've given. We do have a guideline that we would like to ask the board if we could have a special call session for next Thursday that we can look at to see. This is kind of a scaled down version of everything intrinsic. It's gone into the planning phase with that, and I want to thank everyone who's involved in the planning process, all of our principals, central office personnel, technology personnel, everyone that has put countless hours in this plan. We have the plan that's dealing with our transportation, whether it be student drop-offs, and also for the bus transportation that will be provided as usual for the Scott County Schools. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, guys, just for time, but if you have questions, please feel free to ask. As far as temperature checks, we do health checks, if possible, each and every day. Right now, I'm also working with one of the home health systems to try to get us some extra CNAs that can help with the schools. If we had enough, we'd put one on every bus, but right now we don't. So right now we'll be looking to do those health checks and screenings as they arrive at school. We'll ask each parent as before the kid gets on the bus to make sure the temperature has been taken that morning before they get on the bus. We're going to strongly encourage that the mask be worn on the bus as they go to and from the schools. Health checks, like I said, will be done in the morning. If there's anything that deals with a temperature over 100.4 or higher, then they will be sent to a quarantine area. At that point in time, we'll contact one of the school nurses, would contact the parents from there. Academic classrooms, like I said, we will have students attending in person each day. Classroom instruction throughout the whole process is invaluable and unmatched. We'll make our best efforts to replicate the outside the school will always fall short of what can be accomplished when students and teachers are together. Regional effort we made to arrange classrooms to maximize space for student seating, masks, face coverings are highly recommended for all students. It does not say that they are required. They are highly recommended. Community classroom supplies will not be utilized. If possible, sanitation stations will be made available in each classroom, and students will be encouraged to sanitize upon entering the classroom. Older students are strongly encouraged to carry backpacks to limit use of lockers, reducing contact with common surfaces. Classroom will be sanitized daily with special attention throughout the day for high contact surfaces. We have also purchased the touchless hand sanitizing systems that Mr. Shannon has ordered that we're going to put throughout the schools. Also, we'll try to get enough to put on each bus. Okay, at home learning. We are going to be offering the chance for at home learning for our students. We'll do those for the ones who have a medical risk conditions or special circumstances. At home online learning will be available. Documentation will be required. And we ask documentation, that means if you have medical documentation that you will need at home learning. Students who wish to utilize this option must declare this in writing by July 31st. That will give us more time to plan and do things that we need to do in order to make this successful. This will look a lot different than what it looked like when we went home in the spring. As far as the online access will be required for instruction. Attendance will be taken and academic success will be tracked. Full regular grading measures have already been approved by the State Board of Education and will be given to all online students. Laptops would be available to check out for families that do not have a computer. Limited internet connectivity options are being explored for families that do not currently have access at home. At-home learning will be aligned throughout the district as much as possible to offer a consistent educational experience. It is possible that a student may have a teacher from another school in this format, but all online teachers will be fully certified in the content area grade level. A mandatory meeting training will be held during the first week of school for all students and parents who declare intent to participate at home online learning. More specific details about home online learning can be found in the forum link at scottcounty.net. Now, before this is posted, we will formally adopt the plan that is in place. When we do that, this will then formally be placed online. Of course, food services will be offered to all students, whether they're at home or at the school day. We'll be offering lunch to all students during that time. Now, will it be challenging? Yes. But if those people who choose online learning and are at home, they still will be offered all meals served in the Scott County schools. Extracurricular activities, off-campus field trips will remain suspended for the current time. In athletics, we'll follow the guidance of the TSSAA, TMSAA for practices and competitions. Game procedures for spectators are unknown at this time. It could involve temperature checks, face coverings, masks, or even limited seating. Please be prepared to be flexible. As I said, again, at this time, we do not know. Other after-school events will be evaluated individually. When practical, virtual, or other options will be utilized in place of large group gatherings. The school calendar, it will remain the same. Now, also be aware that this could change at any time. Any time that we would change, we'd have to have board approval to change the school calendar. School day will remain the same at each school. New procedures will be incorporated into current times. Right now, we're planning on a phase-in schedule for week 1, and this will give all students time to learn new routines. Buses will run normal routes each day. The new routines will be the safety routines that will be in place at each school. Monday on August the 10th will be the first full day of school. Grades attended with the high school would be grade 9. Middle school level would be grade 5, and the elementary would be grade 1. And we will put all these out on the website and make calls so that way each grade level will know what day they are to attend. On Tuesday, 8/11 would be grades 10, 6, and 2. On Wednesday, August 12th, would be grades 11, 7, and 3. Thursday, August 13th, would be grades attended, would be grades 12, 8, and 4. Friday, on August 14th, would be a digital day for all grades 1 through 12. The following week, we would then start our regular schedule. Of course, pre-K and kindergarten already have their phase-in days that they do for each day. It says school closure will be advised and guided by the Department of Health. Closures begin on the smallest level possible, which would be the individual classroom, a single grade, specific school at that time. These plans, like I said, our recommendations are provided acknowledging that understanding of the COVID-19 pandemic is changing rapidly. All plans listed above are our attempts to reasonably reduce risk. There is no way to eliminate them. This outline gives examples of reasonable and practical efforts that may be made when possible. All policies and procedures are subject to change. We also have a list of guidance that we use to help guide the many hours of practice that went into this. Of course, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the CDC, or the Center for Disease Control, the National Institutes for Excellence in Teaching, Scott County Schools Reopening Survey, the Tennessee Department of Education and their school reopening kit, and the Tennessee Department of Health recommendations for the management of the COVID-19 in schools. Again, like I said, we would like to ask the board to go through these. We are still working with the online policy that we have. That's a separate thing. We did not want to bog, how should I say, because it'd be so much reading while the procedures are in place. As soon as those are done, we'll get you a copy of that, let you go through that. We'd like to ask you all next Thursday, we could have a special meeting and to adopt our proposals. And guys, that's all I have. Is y'all have questions for me? Yes.
The digital day, explain that a little.
Digital day will be a chance for everyone to have a practice run, okay, to do what we're doing on our online learning. Because if you have to completely shut down, everything goes online, it's going to give those teachers a day to practice. It's going to give those kids that are regularly enrolled that may have to miss some time and may have to go to the digital online learning platform for, let's say, a week, or 2 weeks, or 3 days because of sickness. Then it also gives everyone a chance to connect, to go on to the Microsoft Teams website for all teachers to do that and have just like a practice run through it, which would be a day of instruction. Ms. Ray, did I leave anything out as far as with all that? So, you know, like I said, big thing is our principals, the time and effort that they put in, especially Melissa and Greg and Tom, the people here at the technology. And like I said, guys, no plan's perfect. We use other people's plans. We looked at plans from Morristown, Knox County, Johnson City, just to name a few. I work closely with Dr. Phillips at Oneida Schools as we're preparing the plans. So it's going to be a big undertaking. It's going to take everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean 100% of everyone, for us to do what we need to do. The main thing is safety. That's the main thing, and we'll always stress that first throughout. And that's all I have. You all have questions for me.
So if somebody wanted to do the at-home learning, they have to have a doctor's excuse, like a medical reason, or it's not really just...
We're going to ask for medical documentation, but no. Okay, we're going to ask for those things. Okay, if need be. You know, we'll look at each thing individually. You know, for those. Right now, we're still developing all the process with it. But you know, we would like medical documentation, you know, for those things. Maybe not somebody can get it. They give you the things in writing is what we need. Okay. You know, but we feel like the most valuable thing that can be done is be in that classroom and learning every day. That's where our most valuable work will take place. Of course, we always going to do that safely, as safe as we can. We also follow and watch the advice of our Pediatric Association and doctors and our local health departments along with the CDC. So, any other questions?
Do you think that we might need to have maybe a work session?
We can with you guys.
On Tuesday?
Yes, on
or something
Tuesday.
like
Yes.
Tuesday afternoon or
Yes,
something?
if everyone can do that.
1:30 here.
We can go to our regular office out there, just be you guys.
Okay, it's fine.
But if you feel better here, we can do that here.
Don't matter. Either one, this is okay.
Okay. I'll look and see what we got and I'll look at our space or style, what you guys know.
Okay.
Okay. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you
Okay.
guys.
Thank you. That brings us to item 5, adoption of the agenda. In accordance with board policy number 1.403, Scott County Board of Education should adopt an agenda of all items to be acted on during the regular monthly meetings of July the 9th, 2020. May I have a motion to approve the July the 9th, 2020 agenda?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Item 6, consent agenda items. In accordance with the Scott County Board of Education policy number 4.403, the Board of Education may include routine and non-controversial items on the consent agenda, which may be adopted by a single vote without discussion. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed and placed on the regular agenda for further consideration at the request of any board member. Now I have a motion to approve the items listed on the consent agenda as follows. A, approval of the minutes for June 11th of 2020. B, approval of the bills and financial report for May of 2020.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Item 7A, approved schedule. A schedule has been prepared listing all regular board meetings and work sessions, dates and location of these meetings. This schedule, when approved, will be provided to all schools, newspapers, and other individuals when requested. The Board of Education may have special call meetings during the year if the need arises. May I have a motion to approve the monthly schedule of board meetings and work sessions for the 2020-2021 school year as presented by the Director of Schools?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Item 7B, STAN program. Board approval is needed to continue the contract with the STAN program for the 2020-2021 school year. May I have a motion to continue the contract with STAN program in the amount of $12,500 for the 2020-2021 school year?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Item 7C, audit contract. Approval is needed to contract with Dennis C. Jeffers, CPA, PC, to audit the activity and cafeteria accounts for the Scott County school system. May I have a motion to continue the contract with Dennis C. Jeffers, CPA, PC, to audit the activity and cafeteria accounts for the period of July the 1st of 2020 through June the 30th of 2021 in the amount of $8,000.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye. Item 7D, salary schedules. The Scott County Board of Education needs to approve the salary schedules. May I have a motion to approve the following salary schedules for the 2020-2021 school year? Certified staff, non-certified staff, and nutrition department.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Item 7E, differentiated pay plan. The Scott County Schools Compensation Committee has created differentiated pay plan that will continue to compensate teachers on years of experience and advanced degrees, as well as a performance matrix that tested teachers may participate in. May I have a motion to approve the 2020-2021 differentiated pay plan? The performance matrix amount $50,000 for tested teachers for the 2020-2021 school year. If the criteria is met, teachers will be compensated in the fall of 2021 for test data from the 2020-2021 school year.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
Item 7F, renew service agreement. The board needs to renew the contract for the water treatment program at Scott High School. Aqua Company will provide services for all chemicals and equipment to treat the cooling towers, associated closed loops, monthly service visits, and freight, but no applicable taxes or equipment. May I have a motion to renew the service agreement with Aqua Company beginning July the 1st of 2020 and ending June the 30th of 2021 for the water treatment program at Scott High School in the amount of $2,026.75 per year.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Item 7G, grant teachers tenure. In accordance with Scott County Board of Education policy number 5.117, the Board of Education can grant tenure to those teachers who have exhibited satisfactory performance as a teacher upon the recommendation of the Director of Schools. May I have a motion to grant the following teachers tenure as recommended by the Director of Schools? Fairview Elementary, Jared Sexton. Huntsville Elementary, Travis Pendergrass. Huntsville Middle, Karen Ingram. Scott High School, Ryan Hoffman, Jana Massey, Richard McNeely, and Jordan Terry. Winfield Elementary, Tabitha Crowder, and Sarah Sexton.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Item 7H, membership dues. The Scott County Board of Education has been a member of Tennessee School Systems for Equity, TSSE, several years, and needs to approve the dues for the 2020-2021 school year. May I have a motion to pay the Tennessee School Systems for Equity, TSSE, dues for the 2020-2021 school year in the amount of $3,198?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Item 7I, board policies. Approval is needed by the board to amend board policies as recommended by TSBA. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of the following amended board policies as recommended by TSBA? Policy number 6.205, enrollment in college level courses. 6.304, student discrimination, harassment, bullying, cyberbullying, and intimidation. Policy number 6.309, tolerance of offenses. Policy 6.319, alternative education. 6.3041, Title IX is
Title IX.
09, and sexual harassment. 6.409, reporting child abuse.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Item 7J, Tennessee School Board Risk Management Trust Intergovernmental Cooperative Agreement. The Scott County Board of Education is a current member of the Risk Management Trust Intergovernmental Insurance Pool operated by TSBA. The governing body for the trust has requested that the local school boards approve an intergovernmental cooperative agreement dealing with membership in the trust to include coverage in the property and casualty programs and workers' compensation program. May I have a motion to approve the Tennessee School Board's Risk Management Trust Intergovernmental Cooperative Agreement for the 2020-2021 school year in the amount of $321,400?
Motion.
I'll second.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Linda second.
Linda, yes.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
What's that?
Has it always been that high?
Yeah, it's that, but matter of fact, it's a little lower than I think what it was last year.
That's kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, that covers everything we have in the school system, okay, what we did. Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Item 7K, Goodwill Industries contract. The school board needs to approve the contract with Goodwill Industries. This is a continuing contract that allows students to receive school-to-work experience. May I have a motion to continue the contract with Goodwill Industries for the 2020-2021 school year?
I make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Item 7L, approve CARES Act. Now, is that what we're going to be meeting about? Is that it, that we want to have the work session on?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
The Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, this ESSER fund, provides an economic stimulus to individuals, businesses, and schools. The U.S. Department of Education, ED, has identified key focus areas for CARES funding, as well as reporting and data collection aligned with these areas. While these are one-time funds, they should continue to align with your district plan. The majority of the funds, 80 to 85%, should be used to plan for reopening in the fall and addressing student learning gaps. May I have a motion to approve the CARES Act funding?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Madam Chairman, Miss Diane couldn't be here because her grandson had a doctor's appointment, and she'd like to include this in our discussion, or, you know, when we have a work session on the other. Can we do that?
You want to table this one, is that what you're asking?
I think so.
Okay, well, what was your question if there was, that was? This is what Amanda gave you guys, when we went over with it at the office today.
Yeah.
As far as what was.
I wasn't able to attend those meetings. I'm guessing some of that funding was gonna be, for maybe these special COVID circumstances, maybe expenses opening back up and stuff like that.
A lot of it learned use the technology to try to meet some one-on-one needs, some
Okay.
needs for some hotspot areas, some sanitization stations, those type of things. Anything we can use, cafeterias get a lot of too, except for cleanliness. And the amount we got, guys, was $986,000. What we got. Okay. But probably 2/3 of it was going to go to technology.
Do we need a motion to table?
I guess you have to, well, Mr. Beatty's not here, so I think we'd have to have a motion to table.
Okay, you making that motion, Linda, to table that then?
Yes.
Okay, and you need a second on it?
Yes, we did.
We need a second to table that.
See, I'll second that.
Okay.
Do we, first of all, we have to have some, we have to, Derek and Kim will need to rescind their motions.
Okay,
Okay,
receive.
you rescind your motion?
Receive, yeah, receive.
Okay, you got that? Okay, and then we have a motion to table by Ms. Linda,
Second, McKeon.
second by Kim. I think that's the correct thing, the Robert's Rules of Order.
Do we need a roll call?
Did you get a roll call vote?
Okay.
Yes.
Waiting for the roll
Let's
call.
see. Ms. Sharp,
This is the table.
This is the table, yes.
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Okay, that brings us to item 7M, exploration grant. The exploration grant is a one-year grant that will provide funds for the special education department to explore needs, complete a comprehensive needs assessment, determine the underlying causes of prioritized needs, and a 3-year plan to address those needs in future school years. May I have a motion to accept the exploration grant for the 2020-2021 school year in the amount of $9,997?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Wait, no roll call.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye.
Ms. Kidd.
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
I didn't ask if there's any discussion on that. Was there? Okay, all right. Next item, 7N, budget amendments. Pursuant to Board Policy Number 2.201, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve budget amendments as recommended by the Director of Schools. May I have a motion to approve the following budget amendments? 2020-2021 General Purpose Budget Amendment Number 1. 2020-2021 Federal Amendment Number 1.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Wait, on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Ms. Kidd.
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
Aye.
Item 7O, request to bid. In accordance with Scott County Board of Education Policy Number 2.806 concerning bids and quotations, all purchases of supplies, materials, equipment, and contractual services in excess of $10,000 shall be based on competitive bids. May I have a motion to request the Finance Director to bid for vendors that can provide the hundreds of unique hardware and software items used by the department throughout the year?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kidd.
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
Aye.
Item 7P, surplus property. Pursuant to TCA 5-21-118 and Board Policy Number 2.403, the Scott County Board of Education may declare property as surplus and authorize the Director of Finance to sell the identified surplus property at public sale. May I have a motion to declare the following as surplus property and authorize the Finance Director to sell them at a public sale? Bus 01-1, and I'm not, or -4, I'm sorry. I'm not going to read that VIN number unless I need to. Bus 02-2, Crown Electric Fork Truck, Coach 950 Car Tire Balancer, and Atlas WBT-210 Truck Tire Balancer.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Ms. Kidd.
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
7Q, distance learning coordinator position. In 2002, the Board of Education approved the creation of a technology trainer position to provide educational instruction to district employees. The most recent person to hold this position was Debbie Blair before retiring fully in 2017. Since that time, the position has not been filled. In light of the extraordinary circumstances brought on by COVID-19 and through funding provided by the CARES Act, we are recommending that this position be reestablished as distant learning coordinator.
Miss
May I have a
Esther,
motion?
Miss Esther, before you do that, this would be contingent upon the CARES Act approval. So you may want to wait and table this one pending that one. saving y'all some trouble.
When is the table scheduled for?
Next Thursday.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's pretty quick, because I know this position is going to need to be filled and get started running.
Well, and all the purchases and stuff, you know, getting in line to buy the laptops and all of that stuff, the sooner the better.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, Ms. Diane had requested that this be tabled.
Okay, so we just need to ask for this to be tabled?
Yes.
We need a motion to table it.
I'll make that motion. Second. But it can be discussed at the work session on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Is there any more discussion on that? Okay.
Ms. Kim, you said, Ms. Kim, second?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Roll call.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Item 9R, TOS dues. Approval is needed for the TOS dues for 2020-2021. May I have a motion to approve the Tennessee Organization of School Superintendents dues for the 2020-2021 school year in the amount of $2,328.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton? Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Okay, before we go to the next item, Ms. Sharp, do you have anything?
No, I'd just like to congratulate our national Frederick Taylor Yes, wonderful accomplishment. I'd like to thank everybody for all the work and effort that's going in to provide a safe school opening for our children. Appreciate it.
They had that online, I noticed today too, that him. Ms. Kim, did you have anything?
Just very thankful for everybody that's put all the hard work in that they've done. Very thankful.
So Tuesday here at 4:30.
Yes.
Thursday.
Thursday, yes.
Okay.
Kind of to restate what they said, a lot of work went into all these plans, and I know that's what's on everybody's mind right now, all the parents and staff and everybody. So, good job getting all this together. I actually had a couple teachers, I seen in public, and they were kind of amazed that you guys had all these plans together already, so, I appreciate it.
Well, and no matter what we do, there's gonna be questions, and there's gonna be people that's happy, there's gonna be people that's not happy, so we just have to do the best we can and pray that that's gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
And with item 7S, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton? Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye. Dorothy, thanks for being with us.